Welcome back to the deep dive.
Uh,
So today we're talking about a very specific kind of anxiety.
Oh, I think I know where you're going with this.
You walk into a huge AV install, right? Like a sports bar or a casino, and you just see this chaotic mix of new game consoles next to ancient dusty cable boxes.
Yeah, the input uncertainty nightmare. It is very, very real.
Exactly. So our mission today is to dig into a piece of hardware that's basically designed to prevent that panic.
Okay.
We're looking at the WolfPack 4-port Universal Video Input Card. The sources basically call it the Swiss Army knife for those giant matrix switchers.
Right, the 80 by 80 or 160 by 160 chassis and that part number
Yeah.
for Universal Link card. The Swiss Army thing fits because it's kind of a retro solution for a very modern problem.
That's the first thing that really jumped out at me. I'm looking at the specs, and the main connector is DVI. I mean, in 2026, isn't DVI a little dated?
It sounds totally counterintuitive, I know, but the DVI is actually the whole secret here is the skeleton key.
Aw.
Well, the I stands for integrated. So the port physically has pins for both digital and analog signals.
So it's not about being old tech, it's about the actual physics of the port.
Exactly, because all those pins are there. You can just, slap on a cheap adapter and turn that one port into almost anything. HDMI, VGA, component, even composite video.
So an installer doesn't need to guess what gear the client has.
Not at all. You just bring a bag full of adapters and you're good to go. The card figures it out.
Okay, that makes sense. It's just extreme flexibility. But I also saw something about DIP switches on the card itself. That seems really old school.
It is, but it's for manual scaling.
Scaling.
Yeah, say you plug in an old VCR next to a brand new Blu-ray player.
Yeah.
The resolutions are worlds apart. That little 8-pin DIP switch lets you manually force the signal to scale correctly so the whole system doesn't just, choke on it.
Got it. So it plays nice with the old stuff. But let's talk speed. In a sports bar, you can't have delays. If you're switching from the cable feed to the satellite feed for the big game, you can't have 5 seconds of a black screen.
Right, the dreaded handshake lag. And this card claims a switching speed of 100 milliseconds.
Which is fast, but how? Normally the TV and the source have to do that whole introduction thing all over again, the HDCP handshake.
That's always the bottleneck. And the WolfPack engine, well, it basically cheats.
The cheese.
It performs that handshake, the EDI check, the HDCP encryption. It does all that simultaneously at both the source and the display before you even hit the switch.
So it's keeping the connection hot in the background.
It keeps it live
Yeah.
in a frame buffer. Think of it like a DJ queuing up the next track. It's already spinning. When you press the button, it just cuts over instantly.
No black screen. No waiting.
None.
Okay, that's a huge deal. Now, there was a weird little audio quirk here, too. DVI doesn't carry audio, right?
Correct. So if you're adapting, say, a VGA signal, you've got no sound.
So what's the fix?
They put a 3.5 millimeter audio jack right on the input card. You plug your audio in there, and it embeds it into the video stream right at the source.
Smart. Okay, reliability. This stuff goes into casinos, control rooms, places that just cannot go down.
Right.
If a card dies, I'm not shipping a 100-pound chassis back to the factory, am I?
No, and that's the whole point of it being modular. You just slide the bad card out, slide a new one in. And their warranty is interesting, too. It's called Advance Replace.
Meaning they ship first, ask questions later.
Pretty much. In the U.S., they'll ship a replacement via air priority within 24 hours. They trust you'll send the broken one back. It's all about maximizing uptime.
Okay, that is some serious peace of mind. But we've been praising it a lot. Every piece of tech has a gotcha. And reading the engineering guide, there's a big one. It's in bold print. What happens if I try and use this in a 4K system?
You can't. The system just won't work. This is a 1080p component, full stop.
You can't mix and match them in the same chassis with, 4K 60 cards.
Nope. It's an either situation. You either build a 1080p matrix with these, or you build a 4K matrix. No crossing the streams.
So if you need 4K down the road, this card is actually a dead end.
It is. It's a specialized tool for making 1080p environments as reliable as possible. It's not about future-proofing for resolution.
That's a really important distinction. So to pull it all together, this isn't the sexiest card out there. It's not doing 8K.
No, it's a workhorse. It bridges that gap between the analog past and the digital present. It's unglamorous, but really essential.
And that kind of leads us to a final thought for you to chew on. We're all obsessed with more pixels, right? 4K, 8K. But in a commercial setting, is the highest resolution really worth the trade-off in complexity and cost? Or is there this hidden, enduring